2. Bobby Lewis was on his way back to work. Such a common routine task that so many perform each day. Waking up, heading off to a job, collecting that paycheck on Friday, then enjoying a weekend of rest and relaxation. On Saturday, June 19th, 2010, the day before Ruan and Guthrie Walker grew concerned that Cherry had not called or shown up at church, Bobby was driving along an area near Smith County Road, known locally as the CR 2191, in White House, a small town north of Houston and east of Dallas, Texas. It was just outside Tyler, directly west of Lake Tyler, a massive body of water shaped like a cluster of clouds. Bobby had the radio on, the windows rolled down. That familiar hot and heavy, wet Texas air was blowing into his face. It was a peaceful ride on a lovely day, and should have been nothing more. Somewhere just before 3 o'clock, however, Bobby Lewis's rather predictable life took a turn into the twilight zone. He worked at Domino's Pizza in Tyler. He was in White House on this afternoon to pick up a coworker before heading back into the restaurant for more deliveries. Passing the 15,900 block of CR 2191, after pulling into a driveway and turning his car around, thinking he was lost, Bobby saw something off to the side of the road. What in the hell? He pulled over and stopped his vehicle. Bobby got out. There was a dirt area, overgrown with weeds, in a thickly settled part of town, mostly red clay, some sand, trees and forest on all sides, save for several buildings and a few homes to the southwest. It was a semi-secluded area, just to the west of the famed Piney Woods section of the state. White House is small-town America. About 7,000 souls resided there in 2010. The median household income fell in the neighborhood of about $70,000 per year, with Texas overall coming in at about $50,000. So there was some money here in White House. Most people, 85% of whom the recent census termed as white, weren't poor by any means. From his vehicle, Bobby Lewis saw a charred black patch of land. After stepping out of his car, curious, he walked closer. It was probably the residue of some kids burning up an old mattress, or a campfire from a keg party. Maybe even a load of trash some knucklehead had tossed out and set on fire. The charred remains spread over a small area of the sandy and red clay ground. The pile had not burned entirely, however, and the pizza man noticed that something about it beckoned a closer look. Bobby went in for a more personal view. Getting within about 15 feet of the debris, he could clearly see that, in fact, it wasn't a pile of trash, an old campfire, or the remnant of an ordinary fire. Approaching the pile from about 3 yards away, he did not want to get any closer, Bobby later told police, because in that moment he realized what he was looking at. Anxiety throbbed as Bobby Lewis stepped back, pulled out his cell phone and, with index finger shaking, dialed 911.